So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we have Rhea Ripley come out to the ring, and she was talking about Charlotte Flair and everything. How, how she couldn't beat Charlotte Flair a few years ago at WrestleMania, but this time Charlotte Flair will fear her, and she will beat her for the SmackDown Women's Championship and everything at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what Rhea Ripley was talking about. Rhea Ripley kept on talking about Charlotte Flair from SmackDown, what happened on SmackDown with them brawling and all that stuff. But then she gets interrupted by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Damage Control. Damage Control interrupts her. Bayley was talking about, like, why didn't you ask me for tips, Rhea? I respect you and all that, but why didn't you ask me for tips? I'm the one that beat Charlotte Flair in my first ever WrestleMania match and all that. And Rhea Ripley did not want to hear about all that stuff. And she says that, she ain't ring ready, but she wants to face one of them right now. And Bayley was like, well, I'm the only one wearing my gear, so why not I face you or whatever. But while they were talking, we see Adam Pearce watching this segment from backstage on the TV monitor, and he tells the referee to go down there. Match is now made official. Referee runs down there, and then we get to the match. Rhea Ripley versus Bayley, one-on-one. Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Damage Control was at ringside, and it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything between these two women. We see Rhea Ripley try to hit the Riptide onto Bayley, but then we see Io Sky popping up on the ring apron, distracting the referee at one point. Dakota Kai gets on the ring apron, poking Rhea Ripley in the eyes and everything. Bayley tries to roll her up and put her feet on the ropes, but Rhea Ripley kicks out at two and everything. The match is going back and forth. During this match, we see Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita making their way down to the ring, and then they're at ringside and everything. And then we see Rhea Ripley beating down Bayley. She locks her in that submission hold, the prison lock, onto Bayley, but Bayley grabs the ropes, so Rhea Ripley lets her go because she had rope break. Damage Control drags Bayley out the ring and stuff. We see Lita and Trish Stratus beating down Io Sky and Dakota Kai. We see Becky Lynch walking up to Bayley, scaring Bayley back into the ring, and then Rhea Ripley turns Bayley back around, hitting a headbutt onto her, and then grabs her and hits Riptide onto Bayley, pinning her for the 3 count. So yeah, Rhea Ripley defeated Bayley tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. I give that match 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. Or 3 stars. That's why I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a pretty good match between those two women. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. But yep, Bayley lost a match against Rhea Ripley. But then after that, we see Chad Gable looking for Otis. He finds Otis, and Otis is pretty much getting his manicure and stuff like that. And then Chad Gable's like, we got like the tag team match at WrestleMania and all that stuff. And then we see Maxine Dupree come up talking about, hey Otis, we need you and everything. And then Chad Gable was like, oh, don't you gotta go worry about your boys, don't they got a match against Gallows Anderson? And Maxine was like, well, Marseille did something with his cheekbones or something, and the match has now been postponed again. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then she said, come on, Otis, we gotta go do this photography and stuff like that. And Chad Gable was like, come on now, Otis, I got a match up next, and we got that WrestleMania match and all that. And Otis is like, you know what, you're right, coach. And he walks along with Chad Gable. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing Chad Gable versus Ricochet one-on-one up next. And later on tonight, on Monday Night Raw, we will see Roman Reigns returning later on tonight on Raw. So yeah, we'll still see him later on tonight. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. But yeah, pretty good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then.